Hello. Today we will learn Lambda. Before we learn Lambda, I would like to talk about a political issue. In this article and in many other articles, opinions of the governing ruling party right now. This is, and I'm not actually subscribed yet, although I should, because everything in Greece is about subscription. Some motorbike is going by, subscription to some political party. Otherwise, they think that you are the enemy, you are in crossfire. So at least this is the situation in Greece. So it's very it's a society where everyone belongs to some political party. There is no middle ground. You are not allowed to have a middle ground. Anyways, um that's called fanatism. Of course, it's very nasty. And historically, we did have a very bloody civil war when the Nazis left Greece in the 1950s. We had a very bloody civil war. According to some people, this Greek civil war between leftist and right wings never ended. Yes, according to some people, it's very scary because it means that if I go to hospital, this actually already happened to me once. I may be denied to take help from a public hospital if the doctor somehow finds out that I am from the opposition party. It is that bad. Yes, we are. I don't think we are a civilized country right now. We have reverted to medieval times because no serious European country would treat citizens according to their political beliefs, right? So here it says, before we do this L lesson, L, lambda, okay, it is a little bit difficult to pronounce it. Lam, lambda. This is a consonant and this is difficult to pronounce, but it's just lam, lambda. The stress is here. Lambda. And before I continue with this lesson, I really want to go here. I want to go here because this is crazy. Members of the ruling government, I mean the people who are number one on the government right now in 2021, they are the neoliberal party of Nea Demokratia. So they often say stuff about the people of the 500 euro. They call, and because I belonged to, sorry, because I belong to these people, I feel like they attack me all the time. Here it says, according to this gentleman who is a minister, let's not call his name, okay? I may get into trouble just for making this mention here because they say that we should be afraid of Nea Demokratia dealing with dissidents. But I think I still live in a democratical country. I think. I'm not sure yet, but anyways, it says here the people who make only 500 euro per month. So they are either working part time or they have benefits or they are like myself, they are sick and don't have a salary. They cannot decide and have an opinion on benzene price. The price of gasoline in Greece lately is skyrocketing, and people are protesting And the gentleman here who belongs to the government, he says that um, anyways, these people don't even have cars, so why are they protesting? This article is supposed to, it's from contranews.gr. One moment, because I don't want to be irresponsible here. I'm trying to use my mouse, but as you see, I cannot do that easily, because I want to go down and see what he says here. This is opportunity for you to listen to actual Greek, contemporary Greek language, the way you would look at it if you ever visit Greece on the TV. So this is from, what channel is that? Contra News. No, Sky. This is from Sky.
Έχουν ακουστεί ενδιαφέροντα πράγματα. Μ' άρεσε αυτό που είπε ο Άρης για τον ανταγωνισμό στα καύσιμα. Κατά τη δική μου άποψη όμως δεν είναι πρόβλημα της λειτουργίας των τιμών και της αγοράς στους πατηριούχους, αλλά στις πολύ μεγάλες, και ξέρουμε πολύ καλά ότι είναι και άκρως επώνυμες επιχειρήσεις δηληστηρίων στη χώρα μας. Και ενώ είμαστε πύλη εισόδου καυσίμων στην Ευρωπαϊκή Ένωση και στα Βαλκάνια ιδίως, και έχουμε τεράστια δηληστήρια, έχουμε περίπου τη μέση τιμή καυσίμου όταν βγαίνει από τα δηληστήρια.
Χαίρομαι που συμφωνώ και με τον σύντροφο ότι η Ελλάδα θέλει και άλλα δηληστήρια. Χαίρομαι πάρα πολύ. Ειδικότερα όταν αυτό εκφράζεται από έναν άνθρωπο.
Δεν είναι να λειτουργήσουν καλύτερα, ξέρουμε.
Έχουμε καρτέλ, δηλαδή.
Και την προηγούμενη φορά πάλι καθίσαμε.
Νομίζω ότι ο Άρης έχει άδικο ότι δεν μπορούμε να κάνουμε απολύτως τίποτα.
Υπάρχει και δεύτερη κατηγορία. Τη φορολογία στη μεγάλη εκείνη την περιουσία. Να κάνει τεράστιο μεγάλο μέρος.
Λέμε μείωση φόρων.
Πέντα με φιλική προσέγγιση.
Okay, as you see, people don't respect each other in Greece. They don't respect the other person to finish first and then have an opinion. These are the most powerful people in Greece. I mean, journalists and politicians. They are the society is not only in Greece, everywhere, society's most powerful members, and they cannot discuss calmly with each other. So let's go back to lessons. The problem is that this article here, it says the productive, I don't know, this is an article, so I have to be careful, because maybe the man who is supposed to say that is a minister of the ruling government. He said the people of the 500 euro, it's here. Οι άνθρωποι, the humans of the 500 euro. He means people who live with subsistence money. This is like below poverty threshold, okay? He says these people cannot have an opinion about prices of gasoline, as they don't even own a car. And you may say, well, that's normal, Mr. Portosalte, or okay, I just said his name, although I shouldn't. Is being pragmatic, is being almost Germanic, you can say. He's down to earth. He's not, it says here, fuel, it's a man who makes 500 euro per month cannot buy fuel. For example, a συνταξιούχος, which means pensioner, okay? He takes the bus, it says here, Leoforio, very nice word to learn, Leoforio, the bus. He cannot move with a car, this man of the 500 euro. Is it really this what he said? Because it's really unnerving. How can I say this? I mean, it's just saying that if you are extremely poor, you should shut up and never have an opinion on anything. And then he says something about his mother because he knows that sells very well to the average viewer in Greece. We have family values in Greece. My own mother, he says, η μάνα μου, συγχωρεμένη, it means she has passed away. She was taking 500 euro pension and she did not own a car. Δεν είχε αυτοκίνητο. So he brings as an example his own mother, so that he's not accused that he's being elitist when he says that people who take 500 euro as a salary, and many companies right now pay this salary increase, 500 euro only for 8 hours of work. These people should have no opinion on the gasoline skyrocketing as a but it's not only the gasoline, as many journalists say here in this discussion. Alongside the gasoline, it's also the food, and everything is in a way tied to the gasoline going up. It says here, I don't know where in the video he says that, but gasoline is not something that the man of the 500 euro is going to buy. Gasoline is something, the productive parts of the society. So this is, in my opinion, okay? And I think, I'm not sure, I think I live in a free society where I can express my own opinion. I think Mr. Portosalte here, who is member of the governing party, or not. Let's Google him, because I don't even know politicians very well. I don't really care for politics because for me they're all ridiculous. He's a journalist. Okay. Oh no. So okay. Sorry. He's not a politician. He's a journalist. He's a journalist for a big TV channel called Sky. Okay. I don't want to make this personal, okay? So don't send him any hate mail or something. I'm against violence. He was born in Istanbul. Very interesting. He's a Greek. I read this Wikipedia because I don't really know him. I don't know. I don't really watch TV. He is actually a manager of one of the biggest TV channels. Okay, so he is not somebody you want to mess with. Definitely not. Definitely not. So, okay, back to this article here. So, if these words here that the people who don't work, this is what the essence of this here is. The people who, it doesn't say in particular, but only thing it says is 500 euro. People who make 500 euro, which is usually from pension, so he means pensioners who don't usually have a car, or poor people, young people who are very poor, they take benefits and they don't have a car either. These people, he says, are not the productive forces of the society. It doesn't say here that in translation, η βενζίνη, the gasoline, την οποία διαμαρτυρόμαστε στα 2 ευρώ, for which people are complaining for getting up to 2 euro, it is being bought by the productive forces, the productive parts of the society. Κοινωνία means society. Κοινωνία. So, what I understand from this, and maybe I am paranoid, but what I understand is that Mr. Portosalte, which is the manager of one of the biggest TV channels in Greece, he thinks that people like me, because most of my life, I make this amount of money and no more. And usually, not even that, actually. I have lived with less than this for some huge part of my life. So, yes, these people like me, we do not have an opinion. Having an opinion about things that we don't know, that's what he says, like car driving and gasolines, is not really an opinion. It's not our concern. So if the gasoline price goes up, if I don't have a car, I should not complain about it. That is a bit short-sighted because if the gasoline goes up, sometimes, as many journalists here, I think they mentioned to him, the food price goes up. The food price. So in the end, the gasoline price getting really expensive affects what he calls the people of the 500 euro. Here, the people of the 500 euro. He means the poor people, the pensioners, the people who, as you understand, if they have 500 euro a salary, they don't even own a car. So I have heard this before from members of the ruling party of Nea Demokratia, neoliberal party, right-wing neoliberal to be exact. I have heard before this opinion by 2 or 3 members of the ruling party. Now, I don't know what political party this journalist represents. Unfortunately, in Greece, something that doesn't happen so much abroad, journalists usually belong to certain political parties. They are friends with some politicians. I don't know where he belongs. He can even be leftist, actually. Leftists sometimes have very, very cynical opinions. But this opinion that if you don't have a car, you should not complain for the gasoline getting expensive is, in my opinion, short-sighted because, as other people tell him, not myself, other people in this video, when the price of the gasoline goes up, other things may go up, like the price of certain foods. So it's not so simple. He has a very simplistic, of course, this is TV. People on TV think that the average viewer has the brain of a garbage, they think that we are completely idiots. So they say simplistic and anyways, even if he said it to simplify his opinion, it sounds so. I don't want to use the word because he may even drag me to court. This is one of the most powerful media men in Greece, okay? So you don't want to mess with him, and I don't want to mess with him. But this opinion that, poor people who live under the poverty threshold, they should not have an opinion. Of course, I'm generalizing now, and he may say, lady, I was talking about people who don't own a car and they have an opinion on gasoline price. And you take that to attack me, lady. Why do you do this? You do this because you are a bad person. Anyways, he could say that in court. So I just want to say here that I feel insulted because this is not the first time I read the expression the people of the 500 euro. This is not the first time, and sadly, this is not the last time either. This is a kind of speech that I see in the ruling party, in Nea Demokratia, and they often attack people like me. I have certain medical conditions, so I don't work until I resolve them. Before that, I was working part-time. I'm also volunteering for 300 different topics. So anyways, people like me get a lot of attack from the government, the neoliberal right-wing government. I repeat, it's not like leftists don't sometimes say totally cynical views. In fact, the view that people who don't work, like myself, in a normal job, um, they are useless and they should not be given anything. This is an opinion that ironically exists simultaneously in neoliberals and in hardliner leftists. So I'm not going to accuse him of anything here, but he just says something that I have heard many times lately. And it just, I don't know, I feel targeted. That's all I'm going to say and stop talking about this. And let's go back to lessons. Lambda. So in previous lesson, we were talking about kappa. And now we talk about lambda. So with lambda, if I stabilize my hand a little bit, that would be nice. An example that this is the caps letter, which is like a pyramid. And this is the more light, please. More light, okay. This is the small letter, but I have made them same size, my mistake. So, light. No, this is actually the light bulb. The light bulb. So if you want to buy a light bulb in Greece, you go into a shop and you say you want a lamba. Lamba. You see the stress here? Do not say lampa. The stress is not here. Okay? Because then you don't make sense. Okay? Don't do that. Lampa. So the stress is here. In caps letters, but caps letters don't give you the accent. Anyways, lampa, lampa. This sound, M and P, is like B, but with an M in front, okay? So it's like lamba. In English, lamba. And that means light bulb. If you have a problem with your hotel light bulb, you can call the reception and tell them lamba not functioning. So this was a very small lesson because it's not rocket science. Lambda is the first letter historically of the Spartans. They also are called Lacedaemoni. But I don't want to talk about them because I'm not an admirer of Spartans. I'm an admirer of Athenians in terms of ancient Greece. I think they were the coolest people in ancient Greece. So you just learned this letter, okay? Lambda. It's a bit difficult. I know it sounds very difficult and very complicated. But if you can replay this video 10 times, if you loop it, I don't know, 20 times, you will at some point understand that this word is lambda. Lambda? The stress is here, okay? Lambda. And an example is lamba, which means light bulb. Lamba. So that was it. The next one is M. No, it couldn't be M, could it? I think not. L, M, N, O. Yes, the next one is M. In English, you say K, L, M, and in Greek, it's kind of similar. But I don't want to compare it because it's not really similar all the time. Kappa, lambda, mi. Kappa, lambda, lambda. Again, lambda. It sounds a bit like delta here. Lambda. Kappa, lambda, and the next one me.